Hey guys, so for this Nina Dobrev inspired Emmys makeup tutorial, I am going to be taking the SENNA Totally Transforming Eyeshadow Primer in shade 1. It's the lightest shade they do. I'm taking this because it's quite a tacky primer and I'm using some shadows that have a little bit of shimmer and sparkle in them, so I don't want them to fall down to the rest of my face. After I've done that, I'm going to be using the J Glamour little concealer brush, and I just use it as an eyeshadow brush because I kind of find it distributes the colour more evenly and it's not as pigmented. So if you just want to wash your colour, this is a really good brush to have. I'm going to be taking the Naked palette from Decay, and I'm going to be using the colour Toasted all over the lid. It's a little bit of that. And I'm just going to put that, start at the inner corner and then work it all the way over the lid. Now you don't want too much, just remember you don't really want this to be the main focus of the look. So you just want a little bit, and kind of build this quite far up into the inner corner as well. I'm now going to be taking another Urban Decay palette. You don't have to do this. You could use Dark Horse for the Naked palette if that's the only one you have, but I wanted something slightly darker. I am going to be taking M.I.A. from the Urban Decay 15th anniversary palette. The reason I'm going to take this is because the look has a lot of black in it, but I want to build it up. I want to do it gradually. I don't want it just to be all black. So yeah, I'm just going to put a little bit of this M.I.A. colour on with a little pencil brush, just a small amount. And I'm going to help, this is going to help me to build up that darker colour in the crease. Just kind of want to tap this on. Just into the crease like that. And kind of smudge it up. Really press the brush into your crease. Okay, so that's M.I.A. on. And I'm going to be taking the same brush that I just used, the little pencil brush. I'm going to go back to the Naked palette, or if you just use Dark Horse from the Naked palette, you know, just move along, and we are going to be using Creep, which is the sparkly black. I really wanted to use this because there's a little bit of silver going on in Nina Dobrev's look, and I really wanted to incorporate that with just like a kind of 2-in-1 eyeshadow, really, to be honest. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the Creep, just a little bit. I'm going to lay it directly over the top of the M.I.A., the brown shade we put on. Now you don't want to use too much of this. I'd rather layer it up and have to add some more than put too much on and not have a choice, and then it's kind of ruined. So you want to take a little bit more of the Creep, blow it off, and gently work this along your upper lashes. Now you just want a thin line really to begin with, and then we're going to keep working it over into the inner corner, because it does look like she's got liner on, but if you look really closely you can see that it is very, very soft and very smoky, so it's not your traditional liquid liner. For the wing, so I've got a really sharp wing here. I'm just going to do something very amateurish, but it works. I'm just going to take a clean tissue and well, I just stuck my nail through it. I'm not going to do that. Just take a clean tissue and I'm just going to sharpen up that line there so that it matches up with the other side. And that's really all you need to do, is get a really sharp line. Just take a clean tissue, or you can take a magnet remover. I don't really like to do that because I've usually always got my foundation on. You can just do that, kind of clean it up. Very simple. For the highlight, I'm going to be taking the Lunar Twilight Moon Shadow in Bloom. And Nina's brow highlight, usually people go with like a satin. Her brow highlight is very, very kind of goldy tan, so it just looks like this. I'm going to be using the powder side underneath the lower lash line. I'm just going to be using a little angled brush like this, and I am going to be taking, what did I do? I took a different eyeshadow altogether. It's very eyeshadow centric, this look. I am going to be taking a Spell Cosmetics mineral eyeshadow. They don't make these anymore, but this is just a very sparkly silver eyeshadow, so you can find one of these anywhere. It looks like this. You see how sparkly it is? She did have a little platinum sparkle underneath the lower lash line and kind of offset her diamonds really prettily. So, prettily, is that a word? Really nicely? Anyway, it made her diamonds really stand out, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm just going to dip a little bit of this on my brush, tap that off, and tap this into the inner corner underneath my lower lash line. You see? Isn't that pretty? It just looks gorgeous, doesn't it? It just kind of adds another dimension to this look. and a little bit in the inner corner, just to kind of catch the light. Then I'm going to go back with the same little angle brush, and I'm going to be going back with Creep, which is the black colour that we put on. This one here. I'm just going to take a tiny amount of that, not too much, and put that in the outer portion underneath the lower lash line. Okay guys, so I just curled my eyelashes and I applied a couple of coats of the Urban Decay Cannonball Waterproof Mascara. It's my favourite mascara. Now Nina was wearing false eyelashes in the picture, obviously, because it wouldn't be a red carpet look without false eyelashes, but I haven't really bothered. I don't know, I'm going out in a minute and I don't really want to have to scare people by wearing false lashes in the middle of the day, but obviously if you want to do that for this look, it would totally suit it, because it's kind of like it's a red carpet look, so it would definitely suit false lashes. But you don't have to. That's the beauty of a look like this. And a warm smoky eye, you can do whatever you like there. Now for cheeks, she was wearing a little bit of contour, so I'm just going to be using Old Faithful, the Royal Effem Bright and Bronze Mineral Powder in Nude. I'm just going to put a little light amount of that on, don't want too much. I'm kind of on the cheekbone rather than underneath it. Just to kind of give the skin a little lift, like so. And then for blush, I'm going to be using my trusty Z palette again, with a colour from Femme. And I'm just going to be using the colour Peach. This one here, she had a really beautiful peachy cheek on, so I'm just going to be taking a tiny amount of that on a J Glamour blush brush. Tap that off and just kind of put that back on the cheek like that. For highlight, she had a lot of highlight going on, which I always love to see. I'm going to be using the Nars Orgasm Illuminator. This is the liquid one. Just going to take a little bit of that, just a small amount. Tap that back on the cheekbone. Tap it down. And then she had it's actually very popular if you look at kind of celebrity red carpet looks. She had some highlight just here. So I'm going to take a little bit, dab that on, just kind of on the apple, I suppose, on the top of the apple of the cheek. Just like that. Just kind of give a really nice slimming glow to the face. So that's that. Now for lips, I am going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to line them very lightly. I'm not going to use too much lip liner because she didn't have that much on. I'm going to be using the new Topshop lip pencil. This one is in Cashmere, I believe. Yes, Cashmere. Line very lightly, very lightly. Just like that. And then the gloss I'm going to be using is one by Physicians Formula. It is their Plump Potion in Nude Potion, and it looks like this. She had a really beautiful toffee coloured lip on, so and this is a plumping one as well, so it's all good. I'm just going to put that over the top of the lip liner. Okay guys, so that is my Nina Dobrev at the Emmys inspired makeup tutorial. Really beautiful, warm, smoky eye. Yeah, my eyes are a completely different shape to Nina's. I have a lot more lid space than hers, so I've tried to kind of counteract that by doing a lot of warmth in the inner corner and kind of not using too much black. Because yeah, if I used all the black that she used, my eyes would just look kind of silly and a bit goth. So I've kind of tried to counteract the fact that I've got bigger eyes than hers by just using some warmth and then kind of like a sparkly black, which is the Creep, obviously. I think it's really pretty. I really like this look. As soon as I saw it, I had to do it, and she just looks absolutely phenomenal. But she always does, but especially for if you look at the pictures for the Emmys, she just looked amazing. So I hope that's something you're interested in, guys. I hope it's something you'd want to wear out and interested in recreating. It's very easy if you have the Naked palette. As I said, you don't have to have the Urban Decay 15th anniversary palette as well. You could just substitute the M.I.A colour I used for Dark Horse. It's pretty much the same thing. M.I.A is just a little bit darker. So thanks so much for watching, guys. As always, I'll list all the products that I used for this tutorial down below in the description box. So if you missed anything, it'll be down there. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.